I'd like to welcome you to the Commission, a program that discusses different missions of the world and the world, individuals, corporations, institutions, and the like, where we believe that we are on a commission with God, in that we serving with God in whichever field that someone is placed. They are there on a mission that God has given them. So this is where we get to talk the commission, a program that brings you highlights on in terms of insight, accountability, justice, and whatnot, so people get to understand all that there is. And so you're welcome to today's commission program. And Zambia commemorates, is it the fifth year of the August elections, because since 2021 we've been there, as even by constitution there is a way that we run our democracy as a country, that every after 5 years, as per by electoral system rather, we tend to go to the polls every after 5 years. And so this year marks 5 years from the last time we voted in the year 2021, and now is 26. That is 5 years thereafter. And so come August 13th will be 5 years after from the time that we voted. And so as Zambia approaches 2026 general elections, leadership, justice, accountability, and community representation are at the center of national conversation. And so we do that even as a nation, to make sure that those that aspire for leadership are called to account, and that they get to explain to the electorates on what they must be knowing about them, and what they promise to do come when they are put into office. And so this is what we do. And today on this program, I'll be joined shortly by legal personnel who is also an aspiring member of parliament for Lusaka Central under the Tonse Alliance, in the name of Mr. Moses Sikazwe. He'll be right here with us to help us even understand or explain what he's doing in his constituency, where he aspires to be member of parliament. And so he'll be joining us even as we proceed. And so I'd like for you to stay tuned and make sure that you get to see your candidates if you're in Lusaka Central. Those of you that reside in Lusaka Central, wherever it is that you live, you get to meet your incoming member of parliament, or your would-be member of parliament come August 13th. And so we pray that he will be able to explain all that there is about him, so you get to understand him, and even different other candidates that will be bringing, especially in your constituency, so that you get to meet them. We'll be bringing you different candidates even as they come, that you get to meet them, because if you don't know them, you cannot vote for them. So you only vote for people that you know. And so this is what we do as Light TV. We bring you people that you'll be able to vote for, so that when they are here, then you make a choice, because it will be an informed decision that you make, because you've seen those candidates, you've heard them, you've met them, and you let us know if indeed they have what it takes to be a member of parliament, to speak for you in parliament, even after the delimitation process that happened, where Zambia now has increased in the number of constituencies, because in the past there used to be 156 constituencies, but now they stand at 226 constituencies. That means there has been an increase. And so with that increase, you see that new constituencies have been created. And so with these new constituencies, then more member of parliaments that contest. And so it means that parliament will be filled up with about more than 226 members of parliament, as well with the nominated members of parliament that the president nominates. And so we'll be talking in excess of 250 or so MPs come next session of parliament. And so all you do as a citizen of Zambia, you get to understand that you have a right, and that right is you have a voice, and so that voice is through the ballot. And so each and everyone that is a bona fide member or citizen of Zambia with a green registration card. As long as you have the NRC, it means that you have a voice. It means you can speak. You decide the way you live. You decide because it's incumbent on you to know what is prescribed for you in the Bill of Rights, and that you get to understand your rights as a citizen. What is it? What does it mean to be a Zambian? What does it mean for me to be here? Because many times people do not understand who they are, and they'll tell you to say, if I don't vote, someone else must vote. They don't want, because they say no. Even if we vote, nothing changes, and you disenfranchise yourself. But if you have a voice, that ballot speaks for you. So it means you can exercise your rights even through that ballot. When you vote, your vote makes a difference, because when you cast a ballot on someone, as long as you voted, then you are speaking. It's either you are saying no or yes. That is your voice, and it comes only after 5 years. And so if in 5 years you haven't spoken, then you better be quiet, because then the country will run the way it is, because people spoke for you. But if you spoke for yourself with that ballot, then it means your voice will count, and your voice has the power to decide, because only one vote will decide for that person to go through or not go through. Only your vote can make a difference. So there are no special people in Zambia that you say that is a class of people that must vote. And we are all together. An individual like myself, when I vote, I'm not enough to make a decision. But with your vote and my vote, then those are the ones that count now to 2 million. They count to 4 million. Because we are together as citizens of Zambia, we are Zambians, and so when we vote, we speak, and the more we vote, then we speak to say this is what we're saying as Zambians. It's a democracy, and so this democracy only thrives when the principles and the guidelines of democracy are put to use, and so that is what helps us thrive as a nation. And even the peace that we've enjoyed for many years, we're talking 62 years of independence. Is it 64? We're enjoying this peace because we've been there to exercise the rights to vote, and that has been from the time that UNIP was in power for 27 years. Then there came movement for multi-party democracy, which was there for 20 years, and then there came the Patriotic Front that was there for 10 years, and now there is the United Party for National Development that is there now for, this is 5 years, come August 13, and so you decide as a citizen whether they should go again for another 5 years or not. It is that decision that you make. So together as a country, as a nation, we speak with that voice. And so when we do, then we get to know and even speak to see that the government, or is it the other candidates, they go through, as it were, and then they represent us, because not every one of us can be in parliament. So only a selected number. This is why we have constituencies. So different constituencies in Zambia. So therein, you select, you choose a leader who will now go to parliament to speak on your behalf. So that person who speaks for you, if your MP was in parliament and they never spoke for 5 years, they were just quiet and then saying yeah, or they were just drinking water and whatnot. And we saw the other day the Speaker of the National Assembly, Madam Nelly Muti, saying the waters that are being transported out of parliament, it's like she's jokingly saying that they are used for business, like the members of parliament are going to sell off the water. They've gone into that business of a water transaction. But so if your MP has been there for this long and they never spoke for you, then you get to decide to choose someone else you think will speak for you, because you need to be spoken for. If somebody is not there to represent you, they don't know the problems you're facing in your constituency. Maybe you bad roads, and is it water problems? Is it you have health problems? Is it market spaces? Different problems that you go through, that you face as a community. Then you need someone who go to speak for you in Parliament. And so that is what happens. So as we vote this August 13th, it means then as we decide with that ballot, you deciding for the president, number one, then you're deciding for the member of parliament, then you decide for the councillor. And so that is a tripartite election because it's 3 in 1. We're voting 3 in 1. So each and everyone voting, then we have mayors, the ward chairpersons, and ward councillors and whatnot. So it's a tripartite. So we decide as it were. Now we told there are 26 candidates that have paid their nomination fees of 100,000 kwacha. We're talking 260,000 kwacha that has been paid already. And so it means now that the ECZ will now scrutinize to see who qualifies to be on the ballot. Yes, paying the monies is one thing, but to qualify to be on the ballot is yet another thing. So all we see is that we wait upon the ECZ now to do this verification process to see if these candidates meet the qualifications, they meet the required standard for them to stand as a president, to aspire for leadership of the nation, the country. Yes, some of them are women, we have men as well. So 26 is a huge number, as it were. So then people have there's been different commentaries where people say will take long to decide, because you have to look at 26 candidates before you can decide to say who do I go for. There are times when you've gone in the polling booth and you thought you vote for someone, and when you are there, the mind comes to say, no, maybe my candidate is not the best. You decide to vote for someone else. And so within that time, when you're in the polling booth, you have a lot to decide or to make a choice from the 26, and which will take long. It means people may vote longer than expected, because one person, instead of going there quickly come out, another one goes in. It means now it will take long, because maybe the senior citizens, and for them to be assisted, for them to make that informed decision to say I'm voting for this one, it may take quite a long time. And so it means the voting period, the duration may increase, as it were. So we'll take a breather for now, and I'll be back on the other side to continue even on this commission program, as it were. Stay tuned.
Others were working, they had good jobs, but they lost it along the way. So they need your support, they need your help. Feel free to visit our center so that we advise on how we can come together and help these individuals.
this is Memory Edge Chanda, and you are watching Light Television Zambia on Top Star, Channel 121.
Are you looking for a perfect place for family fun, kids excitement, and unforgettable moments? There is a place where your dreams come to reality. Welcome to Fun World Twin Palm Moors, where every game brings a smile and every visit turns into a memory. From exciting arcades games to fun-filled play experiences, we have got something for everyone. There is always something for you for a play day out. Pick from our fancy package. Also, have your birthday parties decorated with balloon and linen deco furniture for your kids with music system. It's always game time at Fun World. Come play, laugh, and make memories with us. The fun is waiting. Fun World Twin Palms is the place to be. Game time, playtime.
Hi, welcome to Kisha Classical Tour, where style meets affordability. We have great quality clothes, slippers, speak of anything you'd like to wear, we have it here. We are located in Avondale Small Market near the complex. You can reach us on 09735000044 on WhatsApp. Then for Instagram or Facebook, you can search for Kisha Classical Tour. We have nice clothes that you will love at affordable price. Then for delivery, we do deliver within Lusaka and outside Lusaka. Outside Lusaka, we use couriers such as Platinum. So please come through. We deliver countrywide. Then within Lusaka, we use bikes to deliver. So we are able to reach you anywhere, wherever you are. We are able to reach you.
Hi, this is Memory Edge Chanda, and you are watching Light Television Zambia on Top Star, Channel 121.
The Commission, a program designed to sensitize, address, and question institutions, churches, outstanding citizens, as well as men and women vying for political office. Join us as we delve into topics answering questions from the electoral process to governance. Coming soon on your #1 channel, CBC Television. T's and C's apply.
Indeed, you're still on the commission program here on Light Television, and I'm your host, Martin Lutuna, as it were. Like I said when I opened the show, I did say that we'll be joined by a wonderful guest who is an aspiring member of parliament for Lusaka Central under the Tonse Alliance, and that is Mr. Moses Sikazwe, who now joins us in studio, is here with us. Mr. Sikazwe, welcome to Commission.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here.
Wonderful indeed. It's good to have you joining us. And,
Yeah.
How is...
We are doing fine.
What is the ground showing?
We are receiving new members each and every day. That shows that we mean something to the public.
Okay.
And we have continued welcoming people as many as they can. So that's what I've meant.
Okay.
The ground is fertile.
Do you host a position in the Tonse Alliance national leadership, or what position do you have?
In Tonse Alliance?
Yeah.
No, for the fact that I'm an aspiring member of parliament, I don't hold any position, because that amounts to conflict of interest. So I'm just a member of Tonse Alliance, who was also applied for an adoption to contest on the same ticket.
Yeah,
so I don't hold any
I know
position.
Tonse is an alliance between
Yes.
different political parties.
Yes,
so which
yes.
party are you within Tonse?
I'm likely to contest under FDD.
Okay.
Yes,
so you
yes.
are a member of FDD?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
a member of FDD.
Well, I see.
Yeah.
With Honorable Chifumo Banda
Yes,
as your president.
Exactly.
Okay.
As,
So
yeah.
who is Moses Sikazwe?
Moses Sikazwe, for those who are watching me for the first time, is a Lusaka lawyer, a businessman. To be specific, I'm Mambo by tribe, by the way. Just from my surname, you can tell. So I do a lot of farming. So in brief, and I'm also a part-time lecturer at a certain university. Yes. So
you teach law?
Yes. I tutor law.
Okay.
I tutor law, part-time.
Okay.
So in brief, that's about me. Yeah, that's about me.
Okay. Are you a practicing lawyer as well?
Yes, I'm attached to a certain law firm.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. Wonderful. And you do litigation and whatnot?
No, myself, I'm specialized in conveyancing. Yeah, I'm specialized in conveyancing. Yeah, then other colleagues in the firm, they are the one who attends to that.
Okay.
But my colleagues in the firm, they are the one who attends to that.
Okay.
But my specialty is conveyancing.
I see.
Exactly.
Okay. Why Lusaka Central constituency and not any other?
It's a good question. Why Lusaka Central is because I've spent much of the time here. In Lusaka. So I believe his residents, or rather his constituents, because I've noticed that residency, they do complain about the elections are near. So it's like I cannot contest even if I'm entitled to under the laws of Zambia. I can contest anywhere. But also on humanitarian grounds, you must be close to your people. So while in Lusaka, starting from secondary, because I live here and I spend much.
There's been a gap. You know, the fact that he's a Minister of Foreign Affairs and, Cooperation. So he has a ministerial position and he's also a member of Parliament for Lusaka Central. So it seems people think there's a gap, and then many, we've seen even in social media, many are vying to be on Lusaka Central. There's a gap, and then many, we've seen even in social media, many are vying to be on Lusaka Central. The other day there was Mao Sampa who is indicating to say he wants to be on Lusaka Central. Munia Zulu also talked about the same, and different other people that are vying for Lusaka Central. Is it wrong for someone to be a minister? Is it wrong for someone to be a minister as well as a member of Parliament?
No, the answer is no in capital letters.
As well as a member of Parliament?
No, the answer is no in capital letters. On the legal ground that you've mentioned of Honorable Mulambo Aimbe, senior counsel to me. You've got a legal right to belong to any political party of your choice. So that being submitted, we are quite a number of us though for Honorable Mao Sampa, he has not yet declared explicitly where he might contest which constituency. But the only people I know, it's Dixon Jere, Munia Zulu, and the sitting MP, then and myself. Oh, not to forget my brother, Muilakre Sediwanga. There's also the other aspirant. But all in all, me, I love competition. Me, I love competition. We are better off of being 100 of us, so that out of 100, people can choose who's the best for them.
Why now? Why now? Why are you aspiring now for Lusaka Central and not before? In 2021, why didn't you aspire?
Okay, it's a good question. So I'm contesting now because I feel that's when, how can I put it? Then 2021 I couldn't because I was very busy with my personal projects. So I never wanted to cheat people where I contest, you vote for me, and then I'm not available for you. So why now? It's because I'm now more than available to serve people. 2021, I was very busy with my personal projects.
Mr. Sikazwe, where is your home? Where do you live?
I live in Rhodes Park.
Okay.
You know where primary school is?
Help us with the demographics of Lusaka Central.
Okay, Lusaka Central. Should I begin with the initial position or the current?
The current. Or start with the initial.
The initial, yeah.
And then bring us to the current.
Lusaka Central, before it was deliminated, it used to have 4 wards. Okay, it used to have Siriza ward, which was removed now. Then there is Independence ward. There is a Luba ward, and last but not the least, there is Kablonga ward. So the only thing which has changed after the delimitation is that Siriza ward has been wiped out. It has been allocated to a new Lusaka constituency called Lima constituency. So at first, what used to constitute Siriza ward, it is an area such as North Mid, Thorn Park, and Garden, to mention a few. Those are the areas which used to make up Siriza ward. So let us forget about that one, since it's no longer now under Lusaka Central. So we come to Luba ward. So Luba ward, the most famous place you can mention when you're talking about Luba ward, is a place like Long Acres Matebeto. That's Luba ward. Then there is an Independence ward, UTH, downtown, as well as part of Cairo Road. So that's Independence
is
ward.
From the initial or the current?
No, that's the current now.
Okay.
Remember, North Mid, Garden, and Thorn Park is what used to constitute Siriza ward. But now it was allocated to Lima constituency. So the places I was mentioning is the current legal position.
No.
So Independence ward, like I earlier on alluded to, it's downtown, like I said, Cairo Road, and UTH area. That the entire area of UTH, that's Independence ward. Now, the biggest ward as it stands now, it's Kablonga ward.
Which
so,
is?
Part of Ibex. This is Ibex where we are, right? Yeah, part of it is Lusaka Central, to be specific, Kablonga ward 19. Then Kablonga itself. Then there is Malata, Baulen, Kangwanda, then and part of State Lodge. So that's Kablonga ward. In a summary, three wards now as it stands: Kablonga, Lubwa, and Independence.
How many people live in Bauleni compound?
The population, right?
Yes.
Approximately. If you are to approximate just Baulen itself, I think they can reach 10,000 people.
Okay.
In Baulen. 10,000 people. That's excluding people who haven't yet acquired the NRC. But if you are to add Kangwanda, I don't know if you know where Kangwanda is. Yes, an area where people live in thatched houses and tents. Yes, also there's...
My question would be, how many compounds do you are hosted in Lusaka Central?
The compounds.
Yeah.
So the compounds, if we are to count what is we are live here, Lusaka Central, majority of places in Lusaka Central, either muita in our local language, amayad eyafula. So that we have few compounds in Lusaka Central, because to mention a few, and the most famous one, it's Baulen. Okay, it's Baulen. Then the compound which follows Baulen in terms of even in population, it's by then it used to be Sirizawat because of the garden area. But now that Sirizawat is no longer part of Lusaka Central, this is where now Kangwanda comes in. Okay, Kangwanda, there are a lot of people they are living in Kangwanda. So Kangwanda comes in as a compound number 2. Then also, I don't know where we can categorize Malata. There's also Malata area, which is part of Kabulonga.
But so, it's not a compound as Bauleni.
Exactly.
What leadership qualities do you bring to the constituency different from what the people have seen?
To begin with me, that's the reason why I have to be distinguished from my fellow aspirants who are contesting in Lusaka Central.
Okay.
Why? I'm the youngest among the people who are contesting. I'm the youngest. As at this time, what's the time? 11:43. Because
I thought Munia is the youngest.
No.
He's older than you.
Munia, Honorable Munia is older than me.
Okay.
Yes, and I would love that next time you host both of us.
So you being young, things put you on at an
This
advantage.
what now I would like to clarify.
Okay, do that.
Okay, because it doesn't mean that if I'm young, then I'm capable to serve. The same principle can be vice versa. It doesn't mean that if I'm older than you, then I'm capable to serve people. So me, what distinguishes me to my fellow aspirants under Lusaka Central is one, because I'm a youth and I'm younger than my opponents, or rather my fellow aspirants. What's the advantage, the same being that way? It's because I'm energetic. As you can look at me, I look healthy to begin with. That doesn't mean that my colleagues, they don't look healthy. What I mean is the things, me, I'm able to attend to public services the entire day without complaining. Why? It's nature. Okay, it's nature. But assume if I was 60 or 65 years old, as an example given, I will just attend 2 or 3 public meetings in the best interest of my people, and I'll be tired. So meaning that to some extent, consuming the public's time, as a result, that salary.
So what you're saying, the ones that are ready, they are getting tired. The new word.
To some extent, yes, they're getting
You're
tired.
speaking for them.
Yeah, it's my opinion,
Okay.
and an opinion is allowed, and it has to be respected. So that's my legal opinion. Then the other thing is my approach is different. Me, I believe in action. Most of we politicians, we believe in promises. Okay, we believe in promises, meaning that whatever voters ends up doing, to some extent, I classify it as a risk. Because I'll give an example. If I want to borrow 1 million from you, there must be a surety, okay, to protect your money. There must be a surety. Not like you've just met for the first time, like today, I get 1 million in the name of I'll give it back to you, just because you know me. Meaning you are risking it. It's either I'll give you back or not. So in the context of politics, me, I don't believe in promises, or rather what we call fake promises. I believe in
Sikazwe,
actions.
The Lusaka Central is a developed constituency.
Exactly.
What problems are there that you think you can go and fix? When it's already fixed, there are no problems in Lusaka Central.
Yes, I appreciate that question. So point of collection, I would love to emphasize and rectify that. There are so many problems in Lusaka Central.
Which ones are those?
Water problem.
Are you sure? There's water problem in Kabulonga,
in Baule,
in Woodlands, and there are water problems.
If we're to compare the total population of Kabulonga, Roads Park, and I almost mentioned Thorny Park because it used to be part of it.
It's
okay,
not part of
it's no longer now. Yeah, despite those big houses, if we are to combine the total population, it can't even be half as compared to the people of Baude. It can't even be half. It will be 100 bedrooms, but there are 4 people. Okay, so I've been on the ground since early last year.
Which ground have you been? Is it Kabulonga or where?
I've been in both. Yeah. And that's the reason why I know the problems from different areas of Lusaka Central.
So help us understand what problems are those?
All right. So I'll begin apart from water. There's issues to deal with security. There's been poor security measures. To mention a few, there's issues to do with junkies. Okay. Then there is lack of employment. in Lusaka Central, lack of employment. Then the sanitation is very poor. Sanitation and poor road network, as well as poor drainage system, to mention a few. Those are the problems my people are currently facing.
So those problems are amenable to Bauleni than, because if you talk about Rhodes Park,
Yes.
Kabulonga, Woodlands,
Yes.
is it CBD?
Exactly.
Those, I don't think those are common problems as you'd compare. So when you say those, is it sewer problems, then you're talking about Bauleni, isn't it?
No. So give an example of yesterday's event. Yesterday I was handing over the SWA project to people of
Where?
Malata,
Okay,
Kabulonga.
Kabulonga.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And Malata, like we've already discussed, it is annexed to Kabulonga. Okay, it is annexed to, it's not a compound. So that's the reason why I said I've been on the ground. That's the reason why I understand the different problems of each part of
So this is
Lusaka
the
Central.
project you did that you were handing
Yes,
over
which I
yesterday.
did.
Okay, what did you do in Malata?
I constructed the sewer soakaway
Okay.
for Malata people.
For Malata only.
Yeah, for Malata.
Okay.
Okay, because the water pipes as well as the sewer system, it was dilapidated because that community was constructed decades ago.
So you've disconnected them from Lusaka water and
No.
storage?
Sorry?
Have you disconnected their sewer line? Has it been disconnected from the Lusaka water
No,
for you to do a soakaway for them?
the waste used to go, Horizon School.
Yes.
Yes, that's where the waste used to go. But I don't know what happened. The Horizon School, or rather management, they had to block
Okay.
the pipes, which
So
used to
their waste didn't have where to go.
So I had to come in as a well-wisher. Okay, and at the same time, I had to come in as a leader who believes in action and not.
So you funded the project?
I funded with my own hard-earned money,
Okay.
and the project was handed over yesterday.
What have you done in Bauleni?
In Baulen, I've empowered about 80 women, to mention a few, with business capitals. Not only in Baulen, but the people of Lusaka Central. I've empowered them, especially women, because I launched, should be last month, I launched a project called Moses Sikazwe Women Empowerment. Why? Because most of the time I would interact with them, especially mothers, they would complain about poverty. And they'll be like, honorable, the person can attend kwacha tigule manzi, tigule ko rep. So me also, I'm just a human being just like you. It's not always that I usually have money. So it's like this issue of giving them a 10 kwacha whenever I'm visiting them, I won't manage. So as a starting point, how can it be if I was to empower them with small business capitals? So that's why I had to empower them, about 8 of them, plus.
So, Mr. Sikazwe,
Yes,
you
yes,
seem
yes.
to be successful in business, in legal fraternity and whatnot. Why is the interest for becoming a member of parliament? Is it for self-gratification, or what is it that is causing you to get to aspire?
Okay, it's because of my education background. Yeah. When you are young, we don't usually understand things. But if the same things keeps on happening to you, as you grow, you begin to earn interest. So, in primary school, I once served as a monitor when I was in grade 7. I was the one who would collect, even my former schoolmates can attest to this, who are following live. I used to collect the books for my colleagues in school. Okay? That's leadership. So, moving fast forward, I enrolled at National Institute of Public Administration. That's where I did my Bachelor of Laws at NEPA. I also contested, whilst I was in my first year, I contested as a debate president against my senior counsel, who was in 3rd year. So that showed that I had started developing interest in it, though I did not win as a debate president. Then when I was in my 3rd year, I also contested as a union president. Currently, I'm serving at UNZA as a class representative because I'm pursuing a 2-year master's at UNZA in commercial law. So, and most of these roles, it's not like I was volunteering. It's my colleagues who were telling me that I think you can save us. So I was like, the Bible says you cannot see God direct. Okay? So I was like, this, I must elevate it even at a national level. So it's because of how I grew up and the roles I used to be given. So as a result, I earned interest. So it's not about personal gain, but rather it's about saving people. Why? Because I've come now to learn and appreciate that this is what I'm meant for. So it's about saving people, not about personal gain.
You want to save the people
of Lusaka Central and Zambia at large.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Central and whatnot.
Yes, yes.
Now, talking about the electoral system,
yes.
You know, there is the anti-defection defection article that talks about if a member crosses from his political party to another, then a by-election should be called. They have defected and whatnot.
Yes.
How do you interpret that one with if you become a member of parliament and then you cross parties? Do you think it's a good thing?
First and foremost, we are all guided as citizens. We are all guided by the law, and in Zambia we've got a lot of laws. But despite having a lot of them, we've got a constitution, which is a supreme law of land. So if that's what the law states, that's my legal opinion, then we must all be abided by what the law states. That's the reason why even the Speaker of the National Assembly has not yet delivered an opinion, or rather has not yet addressed the issue. But the public, or rather the nation, should be addressed soon. So my response to that is we must be guided by what the law says. So if that's what the law says, then we must follow what the law says.
Do you think, Mr. Sikazwe, that the law is good on the paper, the constitution is good, but the implementation itself and whatnot? What is your take?
My take, as an individual, the answer is yes and no. And I've responded in that way using the scale of justice. So yes, because before the bill becomes the law, people do debate. Okay, we don't just wake up and say we'll be sleeping at 17 hours. No. Okay, the bill usually go around, we vote, and then the president endorses it if it satisfies him or her. So on the paper I can say yes, because we have witnessed a bill since 1964. We have debated the bill being debated in the parliament, okay, the public being sensitized, and eventually it becomes the law. Now, on a practical ground, it is not always that the law which may be passed might benefit everyone. Others will remain complaining. So what must happen, or what must matter most, is what the majority says, because you cannot satisfy everyone. So that's the reason why I've said yes and no. I don't know if you have answered the question.
You have, Mr. Sikazwe. Why
Yes,
must
yes.
the people of Lusaka Central trust you to go to Parliament with an assurance that you won't cross the floor to another party based on your feelings or whatnot? Why should the people trust you that when you're in Parliament you won't go to another party? Like you leave FDD and go to somewhere else?
Yeah, no. People of Lusaka Central must give me a chance to serve them. Okay, I've removed the word trust. Okay, yeah, on the ground that I've already demonstrated what a good leader must have done. Whatever demonstrated, me, I'm a leader who preach in inclusiveness in decision making. People of Lusaka Central, they must vote for me, because I have been telling them that once I become your MP, after August 13th, I shall not be making any decision without their involvement. Why? Because I'm not there to save myself, I'm there to save them. That's the reason why all the structures I have in Lusaka Central, all my chair leaders can attest to this, all the people I interact with, I've told them that we shall write the manifesto together. In as much I've told them part
So
of
you
the
haven't
manifesto.
written the manifesto?
I have it, but what I'm saying is we shall expand it together, because Me, what I've told them is what I want. So I've left the room for them to add what they want.
What
Then
is your
make
manifesto?
My manifesto talks about equal allocation of CDF as a starting point, equal allocation of community development funds. Most of the people in Lusaka Central, okay, especially people of Baulen, when I ask them, do you know CDF? They'll be like, CDF, si motoka about police. Not like it's a joke. They might want to motoka about police. You see? So I feel they lack sensitization. They lack sensitization. So you have to sit them down. You start explaining, Mom, Dad, my brother, CDF, it is a public fund. It is meant to do this or to solve this problem.
You talk about equal allocation of CDF.
Yes,
so
yes.
how will it be equal when the problems in Kabulonga are different from the ones in Baoleni and the ones from Lusaka, is it CBD? They are different problems. So why would there be equal allocation or distribution of that CDF when the problems are different?
Okay, good.
It means you'll be disadvantaging the problem.
Okay, so
area.
what I mean, I get your point. What I mean is, it's good that me, whatever I've been telling them, I've already started doing it in my personal capacity. That's the reason why I said in my preamble that me, I have to be distinguished from anyone who's contesting. Not because I'm rich, no, I'm just a simple Lusaka resident and a simple lawyer. But who will pay, you don't have to be a millionaire. The answer is no. We have seen a lot of people with a lot of money, but they can't even give you a coin. Okay, so me, I've been doing whatever I've been doing because I believe in good deeds. So simple allocation, for instance, I'll give an example of the women empowerment, which I launched and implemented. The people of Malata, women's, were not empowered. This is live, and I would like to attest here. They were not empowered. Why? Because them, when I visited them, they said, yes, we'll have to be empowered with the capital, but here to us, it's not really an emergency. An emergency here is the sewer system. So it's like, okay, I need to implement equality here. So those people, since they need the capitals, I'll give them the capitals without sock away. Then you here, I won't give you the capital. I'll work on the sewer. So that's what I meant about when I meant equal allocation of CTF. So by attending to the province in accordance with what they need. So if you see, sorry, as I finish submitting, if in Bauleni, I need to work on maybe if they need an ambulance, as an example given, it's worth maybe 500,000 kwacha. And the people of Kabulonga, they need an additional street lights for security purposes. We'll also budget it, how much will it cost. So if it's 300,000 kwacha, there we need to spend the 500,000 kwacha. Then here, we also need to spend, all in all, it must be equal, but it's solving different problems.
Equal but solving different
problems. Yes. But equal budget.
What do you want to do in Lusaka Central, given
an
a
opportunity,
chance to say you become Member of Parliament on August 13th? You are a Member of Parliament for Lusaka Central. What will you be doing in your first 90 days of being in office?
So 90 days, I've already designed it. The first 30 days, it will sound weird, but me, that's the reason why I've said it will sound weird, because few of us do what I'll do. So the first 30 days, I'll be going around to appreciate the people of Lusaka Central, because I've received several queries that once we vote for you, mumayenda mulaya.
So, Mr. Sikazwe,
yes,
30 days.
Yes.
Just this Lusaka Central has been streamlined. It's
yes.
small. So why will it take 30 days to go around? Isn't it just 3-4 days you've done the different words? You are done. Why should it be 30 days? Appreciating them?
Yes, it should be 30 days, and it will be 30 days because to you, you may say it is small. But to me, who has been on the ground, Lusaka Central is big. Okay? Like today, I've got about 3 meetings after this interview. 3 meetings. Just to meet one group of people, it takes the whole day. Just because it's not just the matter you reach, how are you, what do you need? No. You need to interact at length. So me, I want to be available to them even after being elected. That's the reason why I don't want the appreciation to be in a rush. The answer is no. Lusaka Central is big. It is small if you're not on the ground. But me who's been on the ground, I know that it is big.
So you say CDF, the money is waiting there. So for 30 days now, it's just congratulating. So,
So just to be specific, the 30 days, it won't just be all about appreciating them. It will be about appreciating them and discussing further about what happens next. Remember, we've already started engaging one another. Now, once voted, it will be the high time that now that I'm your MP now, so where did we end? How are we going? Where are we going to begin? So it will be to appreciate them as well as engaging them on where must we start from now.
How would you work with the councillor, the president, and different other community leaders in ensuring that CDF is actualized?
It's something I've already started. Me, I'm not an antisocial. I interact with all the fellow leaders in different political parties. So I'll work with them to begin with the president, whoever will be the president at that particular time. But like I've mentioned, I'm contesting under Tonse Alliance. So if the people of Zambia will give President Brian Munduvire a chance at that particular time, I intend to work with him by being real and direct to him and not sugarcoating in a polite way, so that his name, my name, is protected. Because what usually happens is, as an MP, if you're not in good books, especially the supreme leader, who is the president, it usually becomes a challenge, because it is not everything which you can debate in the parliament. Okay? Remember, State House, it is a public office. So me, if there is an emergency, if there's a pressing matter within my constituents, I don't have to wait for parliament to go and debate it there. No. I have to approach the president.
Mr. Sikazwe,
so I shall engage my colleagues.
Yes, there has been an insinuation that opposition parties are so many. There is a fragmentation. The opposition is not united. Each and everyone wants to be president. And what is your take on this? What do you say to that as we close? What is your
as we close, I'm aware of that. For instance, President Makebe Zulu has incorporated, or rather, he has come up with his own political party called the Zoriuti Party. Okay? I can mention a lot. There's President Freddie Membe, there's President Senior Council, Kelvin Bodefuwe, known as KBF. Okay. All I can say is to begin with, whatever they have done or whatever they are doing, it is not wrong. They are exercising their political right. And for your own information, you are well aware that all of them, about 25 presidential candidates, they have paid for nomination fees.
26,
which is 26 as of today, which is 100,000 kwacha times 26 they have paid. So they have exercised their political right enshrined under the Constitution of Zambia. Now, there is a call for all of them to unite. That's what is called democracy. So we pray that before the kickoff of the campaigns, we must come to a conclusion so that we move together as one nation. But all in all, what I can say is let us unite as long as it's in the public interest. If it is you who people can end up voting for as our president, me, I'm going to embrace you. Why? Because we are all guided by our supreme motto left by our forefathers, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, one Zambia, one nation. The issues we deal with political party only comes in just to distinguish that, oh, you are contesting under this ticket, but all in all, you are Zambian. So me, be it whoever shall be the president at that particular time, me, I'm going to embrace that person for as long as whatever we'll be doing, it will be in the best interest of the people of Lusaka Central and Zambia at large.
Lusaka Central and Zambia at large.
Yes,
to our viewers, I'm sure I didn't give you an opportunity to call, but the number is 09745789888, 0960741864. 0960741864. If you are a quick caller, you can do that because we are coming to the close of our time. Mr. Sikazwe, why should the people of Lusaka Central vote for you come August 2026? Now, what are you bringing to the table? What assurance are you giving them based on your manifesto? Are you someone they can trust, that you won't abandon them, you'll be there with them and sort out their problems that you have identified? Talk to them.
Thank you very much, sir. The people of, I'm appealing to the people of Lusaka Central that you do kindly vote for me, because I intend to empower youths, ground number one. I intend to ensure that the CDF is allocated fairly. I intend to work on development. Development, I mean sewer systems, like I've already started demonstrating. Women empowerment, like I've already demonstrated my capacity as a leader who doesn't just talk. I also intend to work on security measures. I believe once it is that currently Zambia is now running on 24 hours basis. And in Lusaka Central, we all know it is a CBD area. That means that we need a powerful or rather serious security. So I shall install, I even said this in my previous interview, and I should be on Millennium Radio if I'm not mistaken, I intend to install cameras in public places. But this is a CBD area. Safety is very much important. Others said, no, wambonama iwe na mao sampanaka mbati azakafaka mawaifa manyumba ya bantu. So me I speak the things which I know that it is possible to do. So sinika mbati nzakafaka ma cameras manyumba ya I've said you must vote for me because I'm going to install the cameras in public places. Public places, this amount to places like stations, bus stations, Napama Market.
But there are already cameras. The government through Smart Zambia, they did install those. I'm sure you've seen the cameras dotted around. So which ones are you going to?
I'm referring, when I say public places, I'm referring to like bus stations and the markets. In Bowden, there are no cameras. Even now we can drive there. There are no cameras.
That one which is put near the market, you don't see the camera there?
No.
It's not enough?
It's not enough.
Okay.
So what I mean is I shall strengthen the security measures. Okay. Then also the lighting is very much poor in Lusaka Central. I'll just give an example of Unkwaz Primary School at Nipa area there. Most of the roads, even in St. Ignatius, the Catholic Church, Ziale there, most of the roads there, it is usually dark in the night.
But it's patrol. There are police there. There is police headquarters, Lusaka Central.
It is not always that they do
police,
patrol.
There are police is dotted all around.
Exactly.
So it's secure.
If there is that, then I wouldn't have reported the issues due with junkies. Okay. I've got a letter one that I've left it in my car. There was a concern to deal with thieves and as well as junkies in Lusaka Central. I had to report the matter, Lusaka Division, okay? And thank God, I appreciate the Inspector General. They got back to me within 24 hours, and they had to release the flying squad and the police officer to be patrolling. Why? Because I have been on the ground.
So it's now secure.
It is, but I would like at a moment, I'll give an example of the same Bowden. Why have I kept mentioning Bowden? It is big and it is more populated. So there has been a query that they need another construction of police station in Bowden. There's an area called the Mulundu area.
Is that the reason why most of the aspiring candidates concentrate so much on Bowden? It's like Lusaka Central is more Bowden than any other. The people of Kabulonga, these other places, they are neglected because you think there are just 4 of them in a big house. These ones are more. So you go where there are more people. We don't see you campaigning where they are in these big houses with the 13 rooms with two children. Yeah. You don't take care to go. So you've neglected them.
So as Moses Sikazwe, I have not neglected the people of Rhodes Park. The people of Kabulonga have not neglected them. If I had, I wouldn't have funded the SWA project to begin with. If I have, I wouldn't have donated a Samsung Smart TV to Nipa College. Okay, so I've been interacting with these people. Okay, and that's the reason why, if you read in my preamble, through interaction with them, I've come up to identify different problems. And like, for instance, I'll give an example of Nipa College. When I visited Nipa, the students came to me and complained, Honorable, especially you being a former NIPA student, here we don't have a recreation center at NIPA. Okay, that's Lubawat and that's CBD. It's not Bowlen, isn't it? So I'm saying to the viewers, I haven't neglected you, and that's the reason why I'm giving an example.
NIPA is populated by students, so it's a huge number of people. So that house alone in Kabulonga on, is it Woodlands or is it Savo Road? What are you doing in reaching out to them? What are you doing with those people? Because you're dealing with the people of Bauleni and NIPA.
Yes.
They come in groups.
Exactly.
So why do you concentrate on those and not these ones who are in fences?
Okay, that's why I was still responding, and I emphasized that I have not only concentrated on the people of Baulen. And to prove my submission, I have said, had I done that, I wouldn't have funded the sewer project in Manataka Blonga. Okay? Because I could have relied on the ground or other principle that those people, they have got money.
So my argument is even Malata is it's a small community where people come in a group to talk to them.
Yes.
Now the people in these fences, electric walls, whatnot, what are you doing with them?
I am engaging them, and I've been engaging them door to door.
Okay.
Yes, door to door. So I've been engaging them, and they can attest to that.
Door to door, you're engaging them.
Yes.
Your closing remarks, Mr. Sikazwe.
My closing remarks, I would like to appreciate the viewers for following this program, and at the same time, I would like to apologize for coming late. I had an engagement somewhere which was beyond my control. It was work related, but next time I shall do better. And above all, I plea to you that you do support me, so that the little things we have achieved together, we should achieve bigger things than what we have achieved so far. Why? Because I've been there with you, people of Lusaka Central, and I would love that we continue engaging and sharing ideas for purposes of developing Lusaka Central. Let us work together. It will be your first time having your LMP, who is your youth. But this doesn't mean that I do not believe in senior leaders. That's the reason why I've been associating myself with senior leaders, those who have led before me, so that I learn from them. But I'm also calling it to our senior citizens that do please support me, because I cannot do this alone, especially that you've been there before. Support your youth, Moses Sikazwe. So that's what I can say for now.
There you have it, dear viewers. I was speaking to Mr. Moses Sikazwe, who is an aspiring member of parliament for Lusaka Central, right here in Lusaka. God bless you. Until next time, I've been your host, Martin Lutuna. Bye-bye for now.
Nilikuti, where am I?
You are lost? Kono, tilikuwa Ibex Kolosaka. Okay, the song goes like this.